the world of trade and tariffs just shifted gears once again. It is fun to watch while crying as times will be harder. It gets worse before getting better. Well, if we believe so. And your ultimate heights infinitely give you this information in little bits and pieces. Are there true winners in a trade war? Of course, well, we will see what and how all this plays for North American citizens. President Donald Trump's 30-day tariff delay on Mexican and Canadian goods has left industries bracing for impact. With billions at stake, Mexico and Canada rushed to strike last-minute deals, reshaping North America's trade landscape. Was this a tactical victory, or just a temporary fix? Is Trump's 30-day tariff delay a strategic pause, or just the calm before the trade war storm? Will this temporary relief stabilize North American supply chains, or is it just kicking the crisis down the road? Does this move signal a shift in U.S. trade policy, or is it simply a negotiation tactic with higher stakes ahead? As the auto manufacturing and agricultural sectors scramble for answers, experts warn this may be just the beginning. Buckle up, hit subscribe, and like. It is free to you, but we so much appreciate it. We're diving into how Mexico and Canada just changed the game. Mexico swiftly took action to appease the U.S., with President Claudia Sheinbaum deploying 10,000 National Guard troops to the northern border. The goal: curb illegal migration and fentanyl trafficking, mirroring former President López Obrador's strategy when faced with tariff threats. Trump confirmed the deal, calling it a friendly conversation. But is this a strategic move or forced compliance? Critics argue Mexico's sovereignty is at stake. Meanwhile, automakers brace for potential disruptions with GM, Ford, and Toyota, relying on Mexico's just-in-time inventory system. Border delays could mean price hikes, supply shortages, and production setbacks. Will this stabilize trade or foreshadow bigger economic hurdles? Canada refused to stand by as Trump threatened 25% tariffs on auto imports. In response, Prime Minister Justin Trudeau launched a sweeping border security overhaul. Investing $1.3 billion CAD in 10,000 additional frontline personnel and advanced surveillance tech, including Black Hawk helicopters, AI-driven border systems, and US-made drones. Under pressure from Canadian automakers and suppliers, Trudeau acted fast. But does this set a dangerous precedent for Canada's trade independence? If compliance becomes the norm, future deals may heavily favor U.S. policies, reshaping manufacturing strategies for key players like Magna International and Linamar. With businesses already struggling with inflation and supply chain issues, will this move secure trade or strain Canada's economy in the long run? Number 5. U.S., Mexico, and Canada form high-level auto and trade committees. One major outcome of these negotiations is the formation of specialized trade and security committees to stabilize the economy and tackle border challenges. Mexico and the U.S. established high-level working groups to combat cartel activity, drug smuggling, and supply chain risks, particularly in auto manufacturing. Meanwhile, Canada partnered with U.S. intelligence agencies to curb fentanyl trafficking and enhance border security. While intended to prevent trade tensions and tariffs, will these committees actually help automakers or just add more red tape? With tariff unpredictability threatening vehicle pricing and production, businesses hope these efforts will provide stability. Though history suggests long diplomatic delays could mean real results are years away. Before we delve deeper, do us a favor and smash that like and subscribe button. This helps us reach more auto enthusiasts just like you. Now let's shift gears and steer towards our next point. Number 4. Canada's fentanyl crackdown, a trade bargaining chip. The opioid crisis has strained U.S.-Canada relations, with Washington pressuring Ottawa to curb fentanyl trafficking. In response, Prime Minister Trudeau appointed Canada's first-ever fentanyl czar, aligning with U.S. efforts to designate cartels as terrorist organizations. Canada also committed $200 million CAD to intelligence operations targeting drug networks. While the move pleased Washington, critics fear it could strain diplomatic ties and complicate law enforcement policies for the auto industry. The bigger concern is worsening trade tensions between Canada, Mexico, and the U.S. If security policies disrupt border flow, automakers could face longer wait times, red tape, and rising production costs, ultimately affecting vehicle availability and pricing. 3. A shift in strategy. Mexico takes aim at weapons trafficking. Mexico unexpectedly shifted trade negotiator by spotlighting American-made firearms fueling cartel violence. Mexican officials have long argued that weapons smuggled from the United States worsen the country's security crisis, and now Washington is being forced to respond. Though Trump remained silent, Mexico's foreign ministry confirmed that U.S. agencies committed to stricter border controls to curb arms trafficking. While this appears to be a diplomatic win for Mexico, enforcement remains uncertain. Critics warn that without strong oversight, this could be another symbolic move. With ongoing U.S. gun policy debates, this agreement could pressure manufacturers and lawmakers. But will it truly reform border security or fade into political rhetoric? Two, economic leverage and the high-stakes trade game. While border security dominated discussions, Mexico and Canada were also working behind closed doors on economic concessions to safeguard key industries and ensure long-term trade stability. For Canada, the auto industry was a top priority, with its economy deeply tied to U.S. and Mexican vehicle production. Even a temporary disruption could cripple supply chains, forcing automakers and suppliers to scramble for contingency plans. Mexico, meanwhile, focused on investment incentives, trade balance strategies, and securing commitments to keep auto supply chains intact. This 30-day delay offers short-term relief, but the North American trade landscape remains uncertain. More policy shifts and disruptions loom, keeping automakers on high alert. One, the uncertain road. Ahead for U.S.-Mexico-Canada trade. With tensions still high, the biggest question remains. What's next? This tariff delay doesn't fix the core issues. It just postpones them. Trump's administration has signaled that tariffs remain a key bargaining tool, potentially leading to even tougher demands ahead for automakers, manufacturers, and supply chains. This uncertainty is a major red flag. While the delay eases tensions temporarily, the trade battle is far from over. With elections looming, analysts predict this pause will be used as leverage in broader negotiations. Mexico and Canada bought time, but will they face greater concessions next month? Only time will tell if this deal ensures stability or fuels further disputes. Final verdict. A short-term fix or a long-term crisis? This temporary pause on tariffs highlights just how unstable trade negotiations can be, sending shockwaves through industries overnight. While this delay offers short-term relief, it raises the bigger question. Is this just a breather before the next round of economic turbulence? With automakers, policymakers, and business leaders on edge, the next decisions will shape North America's trade future. Will this lead to a stable agreement, or is it just another chapter in an ongoing trade battle? What do you think? Was this delay a strategic move, or just postponing the inevitable? How will it impact vehicle prices, supply chains, and manufacturing? Please share your thoughts and experiences in the comments below. We love to hear from you. For the latest updates on the automotive world and more in-depth analysis, subscribe to Infinite Heights and hit the notification now. Thanks for watching and see you next time.